I want to have some fun real quick. This is going to be the last topic that we talk about for this podcast in the new setup, first of many podcasts. I want to talk about the top 10 artists of this generation. Now, I don't want y'all to get mad. I want this to be a disclaimer. This is my opinion. My opinion. I feel like it's a good list. It's not in no particular order. This is just 10 artists. I'm going to just give it to y'all just straight up right now. Like I said, top 10 greatest artists of this generation. Top 10 best artists of this generation. Number 1, Drake. Number 2, Beyonce. Number 3, Taylor Swift. Number 4, Rihanna. Number 5, Kanye. Number 6, Adele. Number 7, Justin Bieber. Number 8, Nicki Minaj. Number 9, The Weeknd. And number 10, Ed Sheeran. Now, I got some honorable mentions. I'm going to tell y'all them. The first one is Eminem. The reason why I didn't put Eminem on this list, you could put him on the list, but I didn't know what generation to put him in. I more so believe that Eminem is in the last generation, not this generation. So with that in mind, I didn't put Eminem on the list. Not this one. If it was the last generation, it could be a little bit different. But this one, since he's not, I feel like, a part of this generation, I don't believe that he can be put on this list. Number 2, Bruno Mars. Bruno Mars was almost on this list. It was just, I didn't know who could I alternate with Bruno Mars. Who would you put over Bruno Mars? You will put The Weeknd over Bruno Mars. You will for sure put Drake and Kanye. They changed music. You will forever put them ahead of Bruno Mars. And you'll put Ed Sheeran over him. Now, see, Bruno Mars has, I believe, 13 Grammys. When I did pull him up, let me see. Four, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. He has 25 Grammys. It's a lot of Grammys. But I just couldn't put, there was nowhere that I could put Bruno Mars. If y'all say Justin Bieber, okay, that's probably my hot take. Justin Bieber is a top 10 artist of this generation. I wouldn't be mad if y'all put Bruno Mars right there. But for me, I just couldn't. And Justin Bieber has the Grammys too, and he has the songs. The fact that he's been doing it from 16 all the way until now, even though he only has 3 albums, all the songs that he's had and he's still making that and got Grammys and got platinums, all of that, it still just shows like that I feel like Justin Bieber is still one of them ones, still one of them guys. You feel me? Still one of them guys. Still one of them guys. Oh, another honorable mention. And it's so crazy that he's already going to be a part of this list. And he's only been in the game for 8 years, 7, 8 years. Post Malone. Post Malone has the most diamond songs. Anyone with the most diamond songs, and then you have an album with 4 diamond songs. You have a whole album with all of your diamond songs. You're going to be put in that honorable mention. I just feel like it's too early as of right now to put Post Malone in the top 10. So I couldn't put him in the top 10. Just couldn't. Like I said, Drake, we all know why Drake is a top 10 artist of this generation. Changed the rap game. His influence on his fans. Him being almost 20 years in and he's still at the top of every single music trend that has came out. And people were saying that he was trash at one point. All of this, and he still remained at the top after 20 years. He's still at the top. That just shows right there. Beyonce has the most Grammys. We all know what she has done with the females and her brand and all of that. So right out the bat, we don't got to say too much about Beyonce. Taylor Swift, what she's done to that genre of music, the pop music, that type of fan base right there. What she's done, it's like I couldn't put Katy Perry ahead of Taylor Swift. Just couldn't. Rihanna, with not only with music but with her brand Fendi, all of that, just the influence on females, it just makes her top 10. And I want y'all to understand that this list not only goes off of your music talent, but it goes off of your influence. What influence do you have on people listening to you? People listening to you. You have to have a big influence to get even considered on this list. So it's music and influence. Everyone that I have on this list have some sort of influence. So Kanye, the influence that he has is crazy. Making his own beats, producing his own beats. Travis Scott just dropped the album Utopia, and it's basically a kind of spin off of Kanye's beats and all of that. People are saying that it sounds like a Kanye West album, kind of like Yeezus. So his influence on these rappers coming up, it already is right there. It doesn't have to be stated more enough. Adele. Adele is interesting. I feel like Adele doesn't get as much attention that she deserves. Don't feel like that she gets the attention that she deserves. Adele is hard. I'm going to say this right now. Adele is hard. Adele is one of them ones, one of them female artists. Let me see how many Grammys do Adele have. I want to see. 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 29. 29, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 16, 20, 24, 25, should I say. 25 Grammys. But I still don't feel as though even all that, people don't really know how hard and how great Adele actually is and just her influence on that genre of music. Now, Justin Bieber, y'all might be questioning Justin Bieber. Like I said, Justin Bieber been hard since 16. So for y'all that is saying Justin Bieber's not top 10, y'all need to back up immediately. I'm sorry. He's just hard. He's just hard. Been doing it since he was 16 years old. Like, it's just beautiful. Like, you saw the growth in Justin Bieber. Back in the 2010s, people were on Justin Bieber like crazy. I know I was one of them ones that was on Justin Bieber listening to his music. He was one of them ones in the early 2010s, all the way basically until now. He's not as big now. He still is big. He's huge, but the amount of influence and the amount of listeners that he was getting back around that time, like, it's still, like, his music was just growing, continue to grow. And he only has 3 albums. He just dropped the album back in, 2020? But before then, ain't dropped an album since Purpose, which just dropped, like, in 2015. That song has so many songs on there. Sorry, Love Yourself, Pressure with him and Big Sean. That's one of my favorite songs on that album. Just had so many great songs on that album. So him running, he just felt like he was running the 2010s, and he was influenced, him being a 16-year-old. I'm sorry. He is one of them ones, and he is on my top 10 artists of this generation. I'm sorry. Know what I'm saying? Nicki Minaj. Obviously, Nicki Minaj has changed the rap game and has so much influence for these younger artists. All of these younger artists, like your Cardi B's, your Lottos, your Glorillaz, Sexy Reds, all of these artists, it would not have been possible if it wasn't for Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj crawled, so all of these artists coming after her could walk. It's possible. She was the one for this younger generation, this newer generation, that said you can do it rapping. You could be a female artist rapping. You can make it rapping. You can make it that way. And you could just see off of her hits, off of her bars, all of that. Now, like I said, in my other podcast, my old podcast back when I was in the car a couple of weeks ago. Check it out when I was talking about Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. I'm going to say this again. If Cardi B retires, she'll be better than Nicki Minaj statistically. Not rapping. I said Nicki Minaj has better bars in regards to just rapping, has better bars and is just better. I feel like she's a better artist. But Cardi B is going to have more stats, better stats, more hits than Nicki Minaj. Platinums, diamonds, all of that. More diamond songs, more platinum songs, all of that. That doesn't necessarily mean that I said that Nicki Minaj is not better than Cardi B. I believe in that. But we're not going to go back to that. We're just going to come back and continue to talk about Nicki Minaj. Like I said, she's changed the game for these female rappers coming on after her. And yeah, there's nothing that needs to be said in her brand. Just nothing needs to be said. The Weeknd, basically the best pop artist since Michael Jackson. People are saying that, everyone's saying that he's just that good. He's just that talented. I didn't even know The Weeknd was actually out for that long. I thought he was on the newer end. No, he's actually been out since the early 2010s. 2011, 2010. Yeah, he's been out for a minute. It doesn't even seem like it. But yeah, people saying he's the best pop artist since Michael Jackson. Male pop artist since Michael Jackson. And Ed Sheeran. I had to put Ed Sheeran on the list. My boy Eddie hard. My boy Eddie is hard. I want to see how many Grammys he has. He has 4, 8, 12. He has 17. He was the best new artist back in 2014. Had a Grammy song in 2013. Still getting Grammys till this day. Just got one back in 2023 for Pop Duo. Just continuing to strive and continuing to just get better. It's just when your legs don't work like they used to before, like people still singing that song. I was just literally listening to that song a couple of days ago. So, like I said, those are my top 10 artists of this generation. Like I said, my honorable mentions is Eminem, because I didn't know if he was in this generation. Katy Perry, Bruno Mars, and Post Malone. Post Malone has the potential to make it on this list. And Post Malone's only been out since 2016. His first album, Stoney, dropped in 2016. And he's still going. Still getting these diamond songs, getting these platinum songs, getting these Grammys. He has the potential to be on the list. As of right now, it's a little bit too early for me to put him on the list. But yeah, let me know how y'all think about my list. I believe that it's a good 10 artists. It was hard. It was very hard. It was hard after about like when I found 7 or 8 artists. It was hard for that 9th and 10th. Like I said, there's no particular order, but I got the list. So this is the list. I'm sticking to it. Let me know what y'all think.